Namaste. Welcome to this video yoga session where we're going to focus on the mind. So we will use yoga for our mind. And obviously depending on the nature of your mind, or if you suffer from anxiety or perhaps depression, the sense of overthinking can kick it at any stage in our lives. But I think the current situation, the state of instability, uncertainty brings quite a lot in people. Things are not done in the same way that we used to do it. There are many limitations. Hence, it can create a sense of overwhelming feelings. And very often when we find that we are out of control is generally we are not controlling our thoughts, because any thoughts will trigger sensations and emotions and feelings within. And then a combination of two can become very overpowering for some people. So in a practice today, we will, with the curious mind and the self-observation, we will look at where is my mind going to? So what are my tendency of the mind? Do I tend to randomly just escape and think of a random thought? Do I have a tendency to worry? Am I overthinking? Am I judging myself? So in the space of self-reflection, just be curious, what are the tendencies of your mind? And then with that awareness, bringing that invitation of the mind to come back to this moment, come back to the breath, come back to the posture we will do. And this particular sort of technique, if you like, it's very useful to use in a day-to-day life. So you don't have to be on a yoga mat and checking in where the mind is, because very often we are not present. So we are either not present or we are overthinking, and both of them can have a sense of I'm not in control, I can't deal with this. So having more awareness of the thoughts and what kind of thoughts we have, that inner dialogue, we can be more in charge of those, therefore regulate our feelings, our emotions and reactions to that internal trigger or maybe the external trigger. So let's begin by tuning in. So find a comfortable sitting position. Feel free to sit on a block, padding or cushion, and place your hands in a comfortable position. Now begin to either draw the awareness to the ground beneath you, or begin to sense the breath and allow yourself to completely settle. Close your eyes if comfortable. Noticing the ground and the support beneath you. Begin to sense the inhalation and the exhalation. Inhalation and the exhalation. Begin to notice where the mind has gone, or is it present? Are you thinking about something you're going to do? Something you've been doing? Just notice. And then bring the awareness to the flow of your breath as it enters through the nostrils. There's a gentle pause on top of the in-breath. Exhaling, completely letting go of any thoughts, any sensation. Just let that go, just for a moment. And as you continuously checking in with yourself, just acknowledge what the mind is like today, in this moment. Take a deeper breath in, a longer breath out. Deeper breath in, longer breath out. Stretch both legs in front of you, release your legs, and then cross the legs the opposite way. Bringing the hands to the side of your body. Inhaling, lifting through the arms, reach up. Exhale, twist to the right, opposite arm on the outside of your thigh. Inhaling, reach up. Exhale, twist. Inhaling, reaching up. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Once more to each side. In breath, taking the arms above the head, palms touch. Exhale, bringing into the heart space. Going into the inner stillness. Noticing the mind. Where is my mind? And release. Coming into the tabletop. Knees under the hips, wrists underneath the shoulders. Finding a neutral spine. So you want to have a sense of lifting the abdominal wall and a space between the shoulders and the hips. Chin tucked in. And then begin to connect with the ground, sensing the mat underneath the hands and tops of your feet. And then shifting the body weight and awareness towards the left knee. And we will do the opposite arm, opposite leg, starting with the right arm, left leg. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lower. Keep going. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lengthen. Finding that balance. As you breathe in this time, pause, drop into the shoulder, extend through the fingers, extend through the toes. Breathe. Steady and still. Out breath to release. Shift the body weight the opposite way. Inhale, left arm, right leg. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Noticing a difference between the right and the left. And this coordination of the opposite arm, opposite leg, and hold is great for our brain. It keeps our brain active in a different way. There's no space for overthinking. Wonderful. Exhale to lower. Take the heels down, hips down towards the heels. Stretch the arms in front of you. And then from here, coming into child pose to the side. So walk your hands all the way to the right. Relax the forehead. Shoulders away from your ears. Let go of the elbows. Sense the expansion in the ribs. Stretch on the left. Just checking in. Where is my mind? And bringing the sensation to the forehead and a contact with the ground. Or if you're using a block, and then walking your hands to the center and going opposite to the left. Let go of your elbows, your shoulders, forehead to the ground or block.
Invite the heaviness into the hips. Breathe. Steady and still. Steady and still. Acknowledging the thoughts, but not getting into inner dialogue. And just coming back to the breath and the body on the ground. In breath, walking the hands to the center. Spread your hands as wide as the mat. Lift the hips and bring the right foot forward or forward a foot that is closer to your screen. Checking in that the front shin is upright. And then bringing the opposite palm on the inner step or using a block. Inhale, reach up, open up. Exhale, lower. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhale, lift. Relax into the top shoulder. Allow the hips to come forwards. As you gaze towards your top hand, just notice, where's my mind? And bring it back towards the breath. Back towards the sensations in the body as you stretch deeper on the out-breath. Exhale, release. Press into the hands, lift the chest. Either bring your hands on your knee or hands to the heart space. Just take a moment, finding a steady and still mind and the body. Exhale to release. So you can change the position from kneeling, stepping back and take the opposite leg forward, or you can push back into down dog and step forward with the left or the opposite. Opposite palm on the inner step, in breath, rotate, look up, out breath, release. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. Lift and pause, drop into the shoulder, let the hips come forward, lengthening the back of your neck. Where is my mind? And then bring it back. Exhale, release, bringing the hands on your knee or bringing the hands to the heart space. Relax your shoulders. And just being curious and seeking that steadiness and stillness. Exhale, release. Curl your toes under and take a small or big step forward until your feet are hip width. Bend into the knees, fold the arms, and allow the upper body to completely release and relax over your legs. Relax your shoulders, back of your neck. And very often when the body is still, the mind gets a bit busier. So just notice, where is your mind? And once you establish that, bring it back into the breath. Sensation in the body as you breathe in, gentle lift, and as you breathe out, completely surrendering. On the out breath, release the hands and place your hands on your shin bones. Keep your knees bent. In breath, lift the chest up, straight arms. Take 3 breaths here. And then on the inhale, reach up, rise up,
Exhale, bring the hands into the chest. And pause. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Deep breath in. Long breath out. And release. Step the leg back and bring yourself into a wide-legged position, moving into warrior two. So taking the right foot out 90 degrees, left foot in, and checking that you have a heel and inner step in alignment. And try to keep your hips steady under your shoulders so you're not pushing outwards. And from there, bend into the knee and the heel in a straight line. You can keep your hands on the hips, or you can extend through the arms. Drop into the shoulders. Check in with your back arm and the hand that is not sinking down. Stretching through, shoulders down. Inhaling, lifting the chest. Exhaling, softening the shoulders. And checking in. Where is my mind? Am I planning? Am I overthinking something? And on the out breath, bringing the arm down towards your thigh, reach up. Or you can place your hands on the inner step or place the block under to open up. Pushing into the outside edge of your left foot, lifting the chest, looking up if neck allows. Otherwise, you can gaze forwards or even down, whatever neck prefers. Just begin to check in. What is my mind doing? And then connect with the ground underneath your feet, your right hand. Reach up with the left hand. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Wonderful. Right foot in, left foot out. Again, checking into your alignment and the stability. Exhale, bend into the knee. Hands on the hips, so knee and the foot in a straight line, knee and the heel in a straight line. Open up. So you can stay with your hands as they are, or you can extend through the arms. Drop into the shoulders. And as you begin to notice where the mind is, just notice the patterns, if any. And then connect with the breath, lifting through the crown of your head, softening down, finding the strength in your body. Breathe. Exhale, fold onto your thigh, lift through the right arm, or you can place your palm down and open up. You can place the block under. Again, adjusting the gaze so the neck is comfortable. Breathe. Keep lifting through the right hand, opening the chest. Next, in breath, rise up. Out breath, release the arms. Bring your feet in and just coming into Tadasana. So finding a stillness in the body. Connecting with the ground. Connecting with the distance between heels and toes. Acknowledging the lift and the space between the mat and your inner steps. Lifting through the kneecaps and thighs. Noticing the breath in the body. Relaxing the shoulders and the hands. Sensing the breath flowing in and out. Steady and still. Steady and still. And inviting the mind to follow. There's nothing I need to remember right now. Nothing I need to plan, engage with, just be and watch my breath. And then keeping that stillness and stability, we will move into a tree pose. Shifting the body weight towards the right, lifting the left knee, taking the knee out to the side. So you can keep the ball of your foot on the ground, inner calf or your inner thigh. Find the drishti looking down on the floor. And when ready, place your hands into the chest area. On the in-breath, have a sense of lifting into the hip joint, so you engage in through your core. Shoulders down and relax. Keep looking at that spot. Focus on the breath. And allow the mind to follow the stillness that you are creating in the body. And if the mind is very busy, just accept it. Don't get frustrated. It's a process of retraining our mind, learning the different ways of engaging. Wonderful. Exhale to release. Place the foot down, shift the body weight to the left, taking the right knee out. Ball of your foot to the ground, inner calf or your inner thigh. When ready, place your hands into the heart space. Connect with the drishti or the spot, preferably about 1.5 meters away from you. So you're not bringing the chin in, you're looking slightly forwards and down. Keep lifting. And if you don't feel particular balance today, just notice what is the inner dialogue about. Are you criticizing yourself? Just notice. Hold down. Exhale to release. Shake it away. And then we will try to do Utkatasana, the chair pose, which is quite strong for the body. But what we believe in yoga is if we are able to strengthen our body and be more stronger, we also enhancing what we call tolerance within our mind, the window of tolerance. So when we put ourselves slightly under pressure, we tap into that inner strength and we are able to do that self-regulation better, obviously in the right settings. So have your feet hip width, bend into the knees and bring your hands to the chest. And I'm going to come sideways so you can see that you don't want to be rounding here, you don't want to be high up, you want to be quite low. And then just find your neutral spine. And if you don't know what the neutral spine is, not overextending, not over-tacking, just having that natural curve. Breathe. Keep sending the knees towards your toes, and if you wish, you can take the arms above the head, drop into the shoulders. And sensing in maybe your glutes or your quads are speaking to you. Try to focus on the breath. Let's take 3 more breaths. Well done. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, fold forwards. And completely let go. Completely let go. You can fold your arms if your hands don't reach the floor. Releasing the crown of your head. Softening the forehead. Breathe. And then if you are not at the top of your mat, just walk your hands and feet to the top of the mat. And we will come into a down dog. So have your knees bent, palms by your feet. Step back with the right and the left. And push into the hands and balls of your feet. You may want to remain with the knees bent, or you may want to stretch your legs. Lifting on the in-breath as you press into the hands and feet, lifting the sacrum up. Try to keep your neck and head in alignment with your arms. Shoulders away from your ears.
Send the breath down towards the belly. Exhaling, dropping the knees, forehead to the crown or the padding. Palms facing up, fingers relaxed. On the in-breath, placing the hands underneath your shoulders, lift yourself up, stretch the arms in front of you and lower your tummy down. So you want to have your feet as wide as your mat, taking the left arm across the chest, bending into the right knee. Hold on to the right foot. Press the hips into the ground and push the foot into your hand. As you breathe in, you will either contract the back of the muscles and the front of your thighs, or you'll be able to lift the knee and the thigh off the ground. It doesn't matter, as long as you're not pulling your foot. Inhale, lift or contract. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. This time we hold the stretch. Lift up. Keep pushing the foot into your hand. If you wish, you can extend the arm and go slightly higher through the chest. Breathe. Noticing where's my mind. Exhale to let go. Taking the right arm across, bending into the left knee, holding onto your foot. And if you can't reach your foot, you can have a belt around or strap. Breathe in, push the foot in, either contract or lift. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale. This time we hold, pressing into the ground through the hips and hand. You can extend the arm. Breathe into the lower belly. Exhale to let go. You can place your hands on top of each other and rest the forehead down, or you can go into child's pose, whatever your body feels like doing. Let the heels drop out. And bringing the hands underneath your shoulders and lift yourself up. Stretching the legs in front of you. You may want to sit on the edge of the padding, and you have a choice to do a half of the pose with the arms and the legs, or you can do a full pose, and you will know because your body will tell you. So bending into the right knee and take the foot across. And you want to have a stability in your hips. So if you feel slightly tilted, it means you need the extra padding under your hips, or maybe taking the foot a little bit lower. So you want to be grounded. Now from here, you're going to check in. For some people, this is just plenty, or you may want to tilt to one side and bend the knee. Obviously, first you check in that there's no pain and it's comfortable. Again, if you feel slightly tilted, extra padding. If you still can't find that comfort and stability, you extend through the leg. So my body is fine, I will do it with the both knees. Lifting through the chest. Inhale, take the left arm up. Bend the elbow and bring the palm behind you, in between the shoulder blades. So you're aiming to bring the upper arm towards the head or behind. You may remain here or try to reach back with your right hand and check in if your fingers meet. Relax into the shoulders. And we will connect with quite a lot of discomfort and tension and limitations that we hold in the shoulders here and hips. Just notice if anything else is popping up for you. And how is your mind engaging with that? Just be curious.
There's no judgment or expectation. Take a deep breath in, lift the chest. Exhale to release. Roll your shoulders forwards. Take your hands away. Bring your fingers behind you. Lift the chest. Semi-forward bend where the back stays straight. Chin tuck in. And allow the space between the shoulders and ears to extend. On your next in-breath, rise up and release. Stretch both legs in front of you. Give them a shake. Then taking the left leg across, again check in with your hips. Keeping that leg straight, or you can flex the knees. So I'm going to do this one halfway with you. Bringing the hands to the side, rise up. In-breath, right arm up. Bend into the elbow. And again, as close as possible, so we're stretching into our triceps, and then palm down towards the shoulder blade. You can stay in this position. You can try to reach back and find your fingers. And if you can't find your fingers, just come back towards the elbow area, just completely. And as you settle into it, finding that stillness, I think comfort would be pushing it because there's quite a lot going on. Just notice, where's my mind? Take a deep breath in, lift. Exhale to release. Release the shoulders and hands. Turn the hands behind you. Rise up. Exhale, semi-forward bend. Draw your chin in. Softening behind the right knee. Just breathe. Steady and still. Inhale, lift. Exhale, let go. Release your legs and the feet. And then take your legs as wide as it is comfortable for you. And again, sitting on the padding, edge of the blanket or cushion can be useful. Reaching down towards your right leg or your foot. Breathing in, lift through the left arm. Breathe out, stretch over. So you don't have to touch your foot, just reaching over. Inhaling, lengthening. Exhaling, reaching over. And as you create this movement, just notice what is happening. Maybe you want to touch the foot. Maybe you want to go deeper. Maybe you sense the tightness in your hips. Notice what is the inner dialogue when you're noticing the limitations. When you're noticing that you can't do what you want to do. Reach and pause. If there's discomfort in the shoulder, take the top arm behind you. And then settle into it. And once again, just observe. Without any expectations or judgment, just notice. How is my mind? What is it engaging with? How am I responding to what is going on in my mind and my body? Wonderful. In breath, rise up. Out breath, reach towards the left leg or your left foot. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling. And perhaps the first thing you're going to notice, like, oh goodness me, it feels completely different on this side. Again, it's quite normal. But where is my mind? And pause. Relax into the shoulder. Again, option to take the arm behind your back. Finding a space to be steady and still. And if you are up here, I would suggest take the arms behind your back and work more on the side stretch and completely accepting that my hip flexors, my hamstrings are a little bit tight, but that's okay. It's about what we do in a posture, how we responding, and are we fighting it or are we just being with it? So it's not about how deep you're in it. It's about the quality of the time and the breath while you're in it. Wonderful. Inhale, rise up, bringing both legs together. Give yourself a hug. And then turn around on the mat where you can come into the semi-supine. So hugging your thighs, releasing your spine. Bringing the feet flat on the ground, hip width, arms to the sides. Curl your fingers, draw your chin in. And just take a moment and let go. Let go of your lower back. Let go of your shoulder blades. Relax the back of your neck. And begin to sense the breath. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling. Letting go completely. Steady and still. And then bringing the arms to your sides, palms facing the ground, and heels close to your hips. We will do a dynamic bridge. So on the in-breath, we will lift the hips and arms, and on the out-breath, we release the spine and the arms. When you're ready, inhale, press into the feet, lift, draw your chin in, pause on top of the in-breath, and on the out-breath, release. Inhaling, lifting. Exhaling, lowering. Twice more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Relax your shoulders, draw your chin in and pause. And you may notice that the mind was quite okay when you were doing a movement and suddenly you stopped and there's a thought. Maybe there wasn't any and it's there now because I said so. So just notice, where is my mind? And then press into the feet, lift the sacrum, lift the thighs. Breathe into the belly or lower rib cage. And if you notice, oh, this is quite difficult, I want to come out, just notice what is the inner dialogue. And do come out if it's uncomfortable or painful. Otherwise, try to take 2 more breaths. And then on the out breath, release. Hugging both knees towards the chest, gently rocking to sides. And from here, extending the arms out shoulder level, keeping the knees bent. Take the knees to the left, head to the right. If you feel that there is too much pulling in your back, you can place the cushion or padding under your knees. Sometimes placing the cushion or block between your knees can take the tension away from the back or the waistline. Let go of your shoulders. Being curious with what mind is engaging with. Am I engaged in the inner dialogue?
And then coming back to the breath. Inhaling, exhaling. Letting go of your feet, legs, the whole of your upper body. On the following in-breath, come back to the center. If you're using a padding, take it to the other side. Exhale, knees to the right, head to the left. Letting go of the arms, letting go of the shoulders. Relax the back of your neck. Acknowledging what is mind doing and returning to watch the breath. Inhaling, chest, ribcage expanding. Exhaling, everything softening and releasing. Following in-breath, coming back to the center, hugging the knees towards the chest, gently rocking to sides. You can stay on the back. I will ask you to be really sensible with your body. So unless you've done the shoulder stand with a qualified teacher or you practice with me and you done shoulder stand in my class, I would not recommend you trying to do shoulder stand while you're doing this session. So for those who don't practice shoulder stand or don't want to do shoulder stand, have a support under your hips and do a leg raise. So lifting through the hips, you can have a block, cushion, bolster, anything that can hold your hips and the lower back and coming into extension. You can also do this against the wall. So finding the position for you either against the wall, middle of the mat with the support. And remember, only if you know how to do shoulder stand because you've been doing it in a yoga class with a teacher, you can do that. So finding a position, placing the padding under, lifting the legs up, and allowing the body to completely release. Draw your chin in, arms away from your body, relax your fingers, let your feet relax. And again, just checking in, where is my mind? And bringing the attention to the ground beneath you. Connecting with the parts of the body that are touching the ground. A long exhalation. Just the breath. Using the ground to completely let go. Exhaling, bending into the knees. Bringing your feet to the ground. Press into the feet. Lift the hips up, removing the padding. Release the spine. Hug your knees towards the chest. As you breathe in, lift the forehead towards the knees. And as you breathe out, lower. And if all well, repeat 3 more times. And then from there, lift yourself up into sitting, coming up sideways, or rock yourself up. Finding a comfortable sitting position. And as you notice that mind likes to be entertained, and one way to control the mind is give it something to do. So meditation, mindfulness is basically that. We allow the mind to have a purpose or something to do. So the square breath is great to regulate the anxious, busy thought, overthinking, overplanning, all of that is going on. And just remember, it is a healthy mind. The mind is there to do that. But sometimes mind is not trained to be able to have small breaks that we all need. So the square breath is we inhaling on the count of 4 or up to 6. And then we hold the breath for the same amount. We're going down and we exhaling on the same amount. And I think we should stick with 4 so it's easier. Inhale 4, hold for 4. Exhale 4, hold for 4. So let's have a Jnana Mudra. Curl the index fingers into the base of your thumbs and either place your palms facing down or palms up, whatever feels natural to you at this moment. Relax your shoulders. Close your eyes if comfortable. Take a deep breath in, long breath out. In your mind's eye, visualize a square. You can always draw a square with your finger on your thigh. Connecting with the left-hand corner. From the bottom up, inhale, count to 4. Hold the breath as you go across from the left to the right. Exhale, count to 4. Hold the breath as you move the awareness from the left-hand bottom corner to the right. From the right to left even, sorry. Inhaling up. Hold as you go across from the left to right. Exhaling, moving the awareness down. Hold the breath as you move in from the right to left. And continue with that pattern. Connecting with the count of 4 on each side of the square. One more round. And just noticing how the body feels. Noticing how is the mind. Allowing the breath to be deep and calm. Accepting any inner dialogue, mind wandering. Just taking a moment to be steady and still. Steady and still.
the attention to the tip of your nose. Exhaling, releasing the chin down. Inhaling, bringing the head back up. Right ear to the right shoulder. Back to the center. Left ear, left shoulder. Back to the center. And when you're ready, settle your body down to relax on your back. So remember, you can have a support under your knees, under your head, coming into Shavasana, feet apart, arms away from your body. Feel free to use the blanket to relax completely. So as you settle your body, bring the attention to the ground beneath you. Noticing how much space your body is taking. Bringing the awareness to the center of your forehead. And allowing the mind to focus on that place. Allowing the mind to empty. Relaxing the forehead and the whole of your face. Relaxing the crown of your head. Acknowledging the breath, breathe in your body. Sensing the lightness and heaviness. Lightness and heaviness. Allowing the body to feel heavy and relaxed. Allowing the mind to be still. Acknowledging the sensations in the body. And just let go of them. Release the heaviness of the upper body. My back feels heavy and relaxed. My shoulders are heavy and relaxed. I release my shoulders, my arms, and my hands. I relax and let go of my upper body. I relax and let go of my hips. I notice the heaviness of my feet. I relax my feet. Notice the heaviness of my legs. I relax my legs. My calves, my thighs are heavy and relaxed. Heavy and relaxed. Notice the sensations and the movement in my belly. Gentle rising and falling. Relax my belly. Relax my chest. Relax my throat. Relax my jawline, my lips, my cheeks, my eyes, my eyelids, center of my forehead, whole of my face, whole of my body, heavy and relaxed, heavy and relaxed. This is your time, your space. Breathing in, breathing out, letting go, letting go. I release, I relax. Any stage I notice that I'm having an inner dialogue, I will acknowledge it and return to the breath. Breathe in the body. Inhaling, exhaling, letting go. Slowly and gradually connecting with the sounds around you. Deepen your breathing. Reconnecting with the fingers, toes,
wrists and ankles. Begin to move your fingers and toes, moving your joints back to here now. Gently taking the head to side. Free your arms when you're ready. Stretch the arms above the head. Stretching left side, right side. Point your toes, push the heels away. And join your palms up, warm them up. Cover your eyes. And then you open your eyes, see yourself as you wish to be. And move your palms when you're ready. Bring your knees into the chest. Relax the back. And then roll over to one side. When you feel ready, come up into sitting, or you can stay there for a little bit longer if needed. If you're ready, place your hands at the heart space. Namaste. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you next time.